All we heard was. Good to see you. Good to see you. Take your vote. Thank you. I'm buying a list. Security detail.
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Well, considering you didn't actually come out and say anything, you didn't need them. So. And this is we stand for and support good things for good people. Thank you. Well, you got to be specific, right? This is politics. It's about passing policies and turning them into laws. You got to be very clear what you're doing. See you guys. NDP have been in 50 years. You might well have told us the same.
Yes, you're running. Yes.
How come you didn't come here yesterday?
What's that?
How come you didn't come here yesterday?
Why didn't I come here yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to get you into the conference. That's what I was doing, spending all my time.
I just apologize for that on video. Anyway, everybody's that. So, no, are you concerned about what's going on with shale gas and?
Shale gas? No, not at all. It's it's an industry that we need, and we're going to move forward. We've taken 3 years to get the proper regulations in place. Every study that's been coming out lately has been showing the industry is getting safer. The technology's there. There've been barely. I haven't even heard of incidents over the last number of years of any kind of issues. The reality is that there were issues in the industry when it was in its infancy stage, decade, 6, 7, 5 years ago. The reality is that as any industry does, it gets better, the regulations get stronger, the technology gets better, and people just have to remember that the fact of the matter is that these companies, the absolute last thing they want to do is have any issues. It's costly for them, it damages their reputations, and they are taking every step possible to make sure that this is done safely and responsibly, and they're succeeding in it. The issues are just not there anymore.
The government saying, you wouldn't believe the people that come to me and say they support shale gas, keep the fight, we need the jobs.
Absolutely true.
Is there any chance for you to introduce me to those people? I never met one yet.
That's because you hang out at the protests all the time.
No, but seriously, but I'm serious. I mean, I cannot see somebody saying, for the life of me, you still say the water will not be destroyed. You still say that. That's my...
And that's the truth. That is the absolute truth with this industry, is that the issues that they had before were generally well-bore integrity, that there might have been some leaks because of faulty well construction, but now the reality is that it's that much better. And that we haven't had those instances. You look at the reports that come out, each and every one over the last number of years keeps saying the same thing over and over again, is that we just don't see the issues. And that's why we can feel confident moving forward for an industry that's going to provide significant economic benefits to the province.
Look, everybody's walking out. What's going on?
Well, Mr. Higgs is here, so it's his day for pensions.
I know. I'll tell you about that later. I went to every one of them. I said, Dane Higgs said that everything would be all right. What are you doing here? And then I got 11 minutes. So, but why don't we just hold a vote to it? If you strongly believe for shale gas, please don't say election. It's going to be such a mess this next election.
Charles, you know as well as I do that basically this is.
Watch it. We don't want the minister get hit. There, my crew is going to say it's all right. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. I was driving up on it. No, look, I mean, the fact of the matter is that we did run an election with a platform that said we're going to move forward with natural gas. Every single well in New Brunswick that's operating today has been hydraulically fractured. For people to say that you didn't specifically mention hydraulic fracturing in your platform is just disingenuous.
Come on, people don't read the platform. You know that.
The reality is that that's what a platform is for, to tell people what you're going to move forward with, and that was very clear. When it comes to economic development, we wanted to move forward with natural gas. and we knew full well. And the fact is that at that point when we were writing our platform, it was the Liberal government who had signed leases for these companies to explore.
I know
it was the Liberal government who said, go ahead, corridor resources with a
I know that.
hydraulically fractured shale gas, and there wasn't a peep about it.
No, until
the reality is that what took place was that a movie came out called Gasland, scared everybody with absolute nonsense about people lighting their taps on fire, not telling anybody that that guy who lit his well or his tap on fire had drilled his well through 4 separate coal beds, and that the methane had always been there, and he had always been able to do that. And that's what that whole movie's about. But because it's on video, people got scared about it, and then they started with the protests, and they started passing out misinformation about this industry.
Minister,
our job is to clean up that misinformation.
Minister, have you been in rural New Brunswick?
Absolutely.
Now, how rural have you been? How?
I've been to Kent County.
Yeah, okay. Did you just go to Puttosh or West End? Did you go in?
Oh, absolutely. Driving around.
The dirt roads. The dirt roads. Have you been there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I showed up there last summer for the first time. I knew New Brunswick was rural, but not that rural.
That's rural New Brunswick.
That's rural New Brunswick. Absolutely. And these people, I went there. There was a no shale gas sign. They didn't know who I was. And I was surprised I wasn't met by Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies with a shotgun. I mean, these people, their homes been passed from generation to generation to generation.
And they take it very seriously.
Very seriously. The home value is going to go down if shale gas goes in their area.
And that's not true at all.
And destroy the water, no?
No, not at all. The fact is that what we're bringing to rural New Brunswick is the opportunity for those people to actually have their children get some long-term, good-paying jobs.
At what cost?
That is not at no cost, Charles. You know, we've said time and time again that the environmental issues are just not there. There are people who claim that hydraulic fracturing, that shale gas, natural gas development is going to destroy water. It just doesn't happen. You know, that's just the reality of it. And, you know, for people to continue with the fear-mongering that's been going on, it's really harming the economic future of this province, because we have this opportunity to take advantage of a natural resource that other jurisdictions are doing that are benefiting from revenues, jobs. We can do the same thing here. But if we don't, and if we just keep saying no to all this stuff, that same family that has the house for generation after generation, the next generation is not going to be there.
This must be a record. I must find this interesting. There's Blaine Higgs and there's being screamed at and hollered at, and I'm talking to you. So anyway, I'll get part 2.
You're a one-trick pony, my friend.
Yeah. No. But this, I just want that. Then I'll get the premiere next time. But let's see what's going on in there.